Windscreen's frozen. Ice, ice, baby. I'm busting over Plog. Hello, Corellis. Good morning.
I'm Trinity Anderson, producer and narrator of Plog Vlog. My foster father and I travel to remarkable places. He picks up litter and I tell stories. But these videos aren't just about rubbish. They're about the people, the places, and the past that shape the present.
This morning, we're plogging the Cunnamulla historic station.
And sometimes they're about my mum. Today, we're in Cunnamulla. Remote, red-earthed, fenced by sky. But our story won't stay here long. It begins in San Francisco in 1993.
Lost on the ground. It's frozen. It's 3 degrees, would you believe?
With a street corner, a hotel window, and one of the first signs that my mum was spiralling. I came to live with my foster parents after my mum died of liver disease during the pandemic. What was meant to be one night on their couch turned into everything. A second chance, a quiet landing. They gave me room to heal, but also space to grow.
All aboard!
And somewhere along the way, I started reading Mum's old diaries, trying to piece together who she was, why she made the choices she did, and what that meant for me. These Plog Vlog videos, they started as a way to clean up the world, but now they feel like a tribute. A way to honour her life, not just mourn it. We'll loop back to San Francisco in a minute, but let me tell you a little about where we are now. Cunnamulla sits on the Warrego River, deep in southwest Queensland. Its name comes from the Cunnamulla language, meaning long stretch of water. It was once a major rail town, a connection point between remote sheep stations and the rest of the world.
Let's go this way, Trinity.
In the late 1800s, the railway here transformed life in the Outback. Wool, cattle, even people could finally move with speed and purpose. The town boomed for a while, but like so many rural places, automation and economic shifts chipped away at its heart. Today, Cunnamulla feels like it's waiting. For rain, for visitors, for a second chance. But not everything here is still. On the road in, we passed feral goats darting across the bitumen, curious emus striding through brush like confident supermodels, and even a feral cat creeping toward a kangaroo carcass.
Oh, no, it's going for that kangaroo up there. Hello, feral cat. What you doing, feral cat? You look like a bloody tiger.
Life here is wild, raw, honest.
There's a little bit.
In 1993, my mum Liz and her childhood friend David met up again in Hawaii after years apart. They'd known each other since they were 9. Reconnecting there, they decided to travel together. That story was in the last episode, if you missed it. From Hawaii, they flew to San Francisco. They booked a cheap third-story hotel room that overlooked a street corner. Liz wrote about it in her diary, just one line. Talked with the women on the corner tonight. They reminded me of home, oddly.
More broken bottle?
That was it. No detail, no explanation. But I wanted to know more, so I asked David. He was reluctant at first, not wanting to make this story his. But then he softened, and the memories started pouring out. They'd arrived in the afternoon. The street felt overwhelming. David had never seen homelessness before. Never seen people begging or women working a corner.
Hey, Corellis. Lots of you.
He felt out of his depth. Culture shock in real time. As dusk fell, Liz watched the women below. The way they held space, the way they claimed it. She turned to David and said, "I want to go talk to them."
Let's walk the line.
David offered to come too. Said something about safety, just in case, but Liz just shook her head. "They won't talk if you're there. They'll think you're a cop, a punter, or some kind of missionary." That stung a bit, I think. But she wasn't wrong. Liz had a way of reading people like open books, was trying to turn those books into journalism. wanted to be an independent reporter. I guess this was field work in her eyes.
It's a bit...
David watched from the window as she approached the women, talked to them, laughed, listened. He told me he could hear the rhythm of their conversation even 3 stories up. Its peaks and troughs, like waves against the concrete. Eventually, his eyelids grew heavy. Jet lag, emotional overload, the sense of not being able to protect her. He fell asleep by the window. When he woke, she was curled near the door, her hair matted with vomit. She reeked of alcohol.
Kangaroo.
He didn't wake her, just lifted her onto the unused bed and went out to explore the city, to build his own confidence.
Get in. I need some wire around the outside of this or something to hold it open.
David told me that Liz had translated aloud some of her tattered little philosophy book as they'd flown from Hawaii to the mainland the day before. The chapter they were on was about myths, how ancient people made sense of the world through gods and monsters.
Our least favourite thing, styrofoam.
Every natural force had a name, a personality, a vendetta. David remembers one line in particular. Before there was philosophy, there were myths to explain everything. This older, travel-worn David
Drugs.
said he'd recently started wondering whether we're building new gods and monsters in the form of competing AIs, algorithms as oracles, agents as prophets, compute and electricity the new offerings at the altar. And then he laughed. Maybe it'll be like Highlander, he said. They'll battle, and in the end, there can only be one. Liz didn't talk much the next day, and she didn't write about what the women said to her. I wish she had. But maybe some truths are too raw for the page. Or maybe she was too drunk to remember. What I do know is that night left a mark on both of them. Liz because it hinted at a kind of connection she craved but couldn't sustain. David because it shattered some illusions.
Inside water. All the people on the bus were waving to me.
He'd grown up rough but sheltered, privileged despite poverty, swaddled by bushland from the grittiness of the city. That trip opened him, hardened him too. He told me later that by the time they reached Africa, he wasn't the same person.
Wow, look at these.
The world had rubbed off some of his naivety, but also given him depth and empathy.
Is that a straw? No, straw.
Something about Liz's confidence that night amazes me. She walked into a space that wasn't hers and held her own. I've been thinking about that lately. How women navigate power. How education and independence are changing us. Making us freer, but also lonelier sometimes. Mum used to write that she didn't want to be dependent on anyone. Not a man, not a job, not a system. And yet, she kept getting trapped by her own choices, especially when it came to men. I wonder if that's why she drank. Or if it's why I've kept my distance from relationships too. Here in Cunnamulla, the quiet feels old, ancient. The train doesn't run anymore. The town's population is shrinking. A lot of the young people leave. The rest stay and take comfort in each bright orange dawn. It's easy to look at a place like this and think it's stuck.
What are they? Oh, melons.
But it's not. It's adapting. Just slowly. Same with us, I think.
Oh no, it's an egg.
We're all trying to adapt to a world that's spinning faster every year. AI is replacing jobs, including the kind I'm studying for. Teaching. Sometimes I wonder if I'm training for extinction. David says it's not that bleak.
Customers and visitors car park, so I can't come down here.
He says people like us will always find new ways to teach, to connect. But what if he's wrong?
Oh, look at that.
What if humans become like animals in zoos, fed, entertained, but slowly forgetting how to live? Mum's diary had this quote underlined twice. Don't you think it's astonishing to be alive? I wonder. Will it still be astonishing to be alive if we trade purpose for comfort? Life doesn't feel astonishing when I catch myself scrolling endlessly. Cunnamulla sunrises are astonishing and alive. Maybe that's why I keep making these videos. Picking up rubbish feels ridiculous sometimes,
You're going pretty well, Trinity.
but also sacred. It's the modern version of hunting and gathering. It's proof we still know how to move, to care, to leave things better than we found them. Mum once wrote, "Survival isn't enough." She was right. Cunnamulla, San Francisco. 2 places worlds apart, but both stitched into our story now. Thanks for following this journey.
There's a bottle.
If you want to understand Liz better, or me, really, keep watching. These stories aren't polished, but they're real, and maybe that's enough.
I dare you to come out here. That's so lame. In fact, I double dare you to come out here. That is so gross.